So my Jeep's been having a transmission problem to where it's like stuck in third. And it will not take off from a dead stop, has no acceleration, kind of doesn't have any acceleration on pedal sometimes. We thought it may have been a pedal at one time, but we canceled that out. We've also thought it may be a computer, grounds, canceled that out. The last thing we came to is a shift solenoid pack. So we ordered one from Mopar. About to try to pull this one out and put it in. Hopefully that fixes it. If not, then I guess I'm back to chasing random stuff back down.
Cord, you got a cracked water pump, fractured injector line.
All right, so we got the pan off. We've got to pull out this bolt, and this bolt, and the ones up under the filter. So we got to drop the filter. We'll drop this down, and then hopefully we can get to the module on this side, disconnect it, and drop it out. Hopefully it won't be that big of a deal. So. Golly. That's not what I was expecting.
And then 10 more.
A little expensive here. It's a little bit expensive. Really? Yeah, fixed now, so he's not worried about it. Yeah, he's in income tax time, so. Yeah, he'll be getting checked. Still at $9,000 on a 05 Wrangler. Yep.
Power steering pump on, we got the radiator filled back up, got the trans filled, we got the shift solenoid in, so we got everything back together. We've already bled the pump, we're gonna bleed the radiator and check the fluid in the trans. I'm trying to see if the fluid went down some. So after that clip, I did not like that clip at all. I was upset because it still didn't rev. It did not take off like it was, but I was told that I had to drive it and let the computer, the transmission module, relearn everything. So we ended up going on down the road and driving. Nothing ever changed. It never started revving any better. It would shift first through third, but it wouldn't go to fourth, and it would not take off fast. It was still bad acceleration when I would press the gas. So I was like, okay, nothing got fixed. So I ended up driving it the next morning to church, same thing. So the next day I moved it a little bit, pulled it in the shop, and I got to checking wires under the dash, plugged a scanner up to it. The scanner pulled some pedal control module, low voltage codes. So I don't know if that may have been an issue before or what, but before I plugged the scanner up, I wiggled wires under the dash. I ended up pulling codes, was gonna call Hotwire, talk to them, press the gas, revved up fine, no issues. So I ended up putting it in drive, took off down the road, shifted into fourth, fifth, no issues, driving perfect. Ended up blowing a power steering hose, so I had to get a new hose made. Got the hose on in time to load up to head on our trip. Had no time to test or drive or anything. Got on our trip, pulled up on a rock ledge, would not pull, was a little low of fluid. So went to town, got some extra fluid, didn't have enough to top it off. Added some fluid, never missed a beat. Started shifting perfectly, and I drove 25 miles of rocks and bumps and everything else, and never ended up pretty much 25 miles, because it was a few miles before it rolled 132. So ended up driving that, and I mean 25 miles of bumps and bouncing and hopping over rocks and everything. If it was a short somewhere, I am very surprised it did not short again, and it hadn't shorted and through the code. So I'm thinking the transmission module for sure helped, and it was the issue, but because of how it started working, I am not sure. So I've seen a lot of people say transmission modules. Mine had the same issue, but mine is also different than a normal Hemi powered vehicle. So you gotta take that with a grain of salt and make your best judgment. But it did start driving perfectly, and I have not had an issue, and it has been turned on and off, climbing all kinds of hills, bouncing over rocks for 8-9 hours. I don't know how long we rode. So I mean, we even rode out until 2 in the morning, so no issues. It was laying on its side at one point. So I'm pretty sure the module did it. So I hope everything helps you, and that will fix your problem if you ran into it.